Hi, Pal Chamber. I am Mark Goodwin, and I am here with Aaron Greene of the College Planning Experts. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for joining us today. I'm excited to learn a little more about what you do and what you have to offer Pal Chamber members, their families, friends, their kids that are interested in going to college.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Let's start out. I think your background is pretty fascinating. Can you give me just a quick summary of how you arrived here and in this business?
Sure. So I kind of lived it. So it was really more, I grew up in a single parent family. Mom sent me to a private Catholic high school named LaSalle in Cincinnati, if anybody's familiar with it. And I said I was going to pay for college on my own. And I got into my dream school. I got into Northwestern, which is great. But the price tag was $45,000 a year. And they were only giving me $15,000 in scholarship money, and our expected family contribution was $5,000. So I would have had to take out $25,000 a year in debt to go there. Multiplied by 4 years, that's $100,000.
That's right.
That seemed pricey.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for sure.
I visited OSU. I felt comfortable where I could go. It was my third choice. This is back in 2000, 2001. And the average debt coming out was about $20,000. So I'm thinking, okay, is it worth the premium to go to Northwestern? Is it worth this extra $80,000? And yeah, it's a top 12 school in the country, all of those things. But the reality is in engineering, which is what I graduated with, a mechanical engineering degree, all Big Ten schools are good at it. In fact, in Northwestern, the program was ranked 22nd, and in Ohio State was ranked 24th. So what am I losing by reputation by going to Ohio State? Nothing. So why in the world take on $80,000 more in debt and cost? Right.
Good point.
Yep. I did all that, and then through really working it properly, getting some jobs like being an RA, I was computer tech. I actually walked out with money in my pocket. I actually made about $40,000 off of going to college.
You know, I remember you saying that when we had a breakfast here last year, and I was impressed with how you did that. That's why I wanted you to share your story with me a little bit today. So fast forward from you conquered the price of college, figured that out, and you left Ohio State without some debt. How then did you arrive at the College Planning Experts?
So we were formerly known as College Liftoff, and we changed our name to the College Planning Experts. It really actually came into being, I walked out with a good amount of money, and I didn't have to take the first job that was offered to me. And I actually ended up working for a group that worked for Honda, and I'll never forget this. I worked with master degree engineers, really smart guys. And they were coming up to me with college questions, and I'm the young guy on the totem pole. And I'll never forget this. I had a dad that had a kid that was getting a $60,000 a year scholarship to a school, and they were replacing with a $40,000 tuition bill.
Wow.
So when you do the math on that, that's multiplied by 4 years, that's a $400,000 cash flow swing. And I was asking him, what's leading you to this choice? And his overwhelming answer was, my kid didn't like it there. For $400,000? We've got to make better decisions than this. And that's really how this got started. That with the fact that I had a lot of friends that walked out of school with $40,000 to $80,000 of student loan debt. And they were taking on $600 to $900 a month premiums with that. And now we're in our mid-30s, and most of them are just buying their first homes, having their first kids, getting married, all those things. And my wife and I have 4 kids. We own multiple properties. We're our own company. I mean, it makes a difference when you can do this right.
So now you've become a resource for kids, not only to help maybe identify the right college, where they want to go, what they want to study, I understand. You help with that,
right? Yeah, that's a big chunk of what we do.
So you match them, this is what I want to do, this is a good place for you to go, and this is a plan for paying for it.
Yeah, I like to think of it as getting the best return on investment for your education. It's very similar, if not dead on, the same way of buying a house.
Interesting. How's that?
So when you think about when you buy a house, you buy 2 things. You buy a property and a mortgage. College is built the same way. You buy into the academics of a school, and then you buy into the financial aid package. You put them together to get the best value for education. So in the same way you wouldn't spend $300,000 on a house that's appraised at $120,000, you don't want to spend $90,000 on an education that will only yield or make $30,000 a year. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So we want to reverse that. We want to see how do we get proper educational value out of this. So we have some factors that we want to make sure that we're hitting. We want to make sure that we're finding and working with the student on getting the proper career development path together. That's so much easier said than done, but I'll tell you, we've really worked at that. We really specialize in it. That's 70% of what we do all day, is really helping a student figure out what they want to study. Then finding the schools that academically do that best by job placement rates, starting salaries, things like that. Then you match the cost structure so that way you're not overpaying for it. And then you make sure the fit's right. Make sure you're comfortable where you are. That way we can make a good holistic decision about this thing called college and make sure that it's right in our wheelhouse.
I like that. A good holistic decision about choosing the college, from what I want to study, where I want to go, and how I'm going to pay for it.
Yep.
So, Aaron, if somebody is interested in using your services, meeting you guys, setting up an appointment, how can they learn a little more, and how can they set up an appointment, and what can they expect then?
Sure. It's very simple. Just send you to the website. It's incollegeplanning.com. That's incollegeplanning.com. And from there, we schedule you for what's called a family meeting. And just sign up on the website to do a quick discovery call, or just call us, either which way, 601 half dozen the other for us. But we set up that family meeting, and that's totally free. It's just us sitting down in this room, going over a little bit more about what we do here, but really to see where you guys are in this whole process. And if we can be of help, fantastic. If not, hopefully give you some great advice to go forward with.
Aaron, I think it's a great service. It's one I wish would have been available a few years ago when I was making that decision. So thank you for spending a couple minutes with us today.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being a member of the PAL Chamber too.
I appreciate it. It's been a wonderful, wonderful process, and it's been great being a part of the Chamber.
All right, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, share it. If you would like to do a video of your own with me, you can reach me at mark@egoodwin.com.